Hi guys, it's Angelia. I'm back again. I wanted to finish showing you guys the rest of the amigurumis that I have. Yeah, hopefully the sun won't be too bright. I noticed it's starting to come out from behind the trees. But anyhow, I've got a bunch of them over here in the basket that are all from the same designer, and she's one of my favorite ones, and it's from all of Stringy DingDing. And I'm thinking the ones that I'm fixing to show are some that she's came out with just recently. But anyway, there's one of them that I did it in 100% acrylic yarn, and then I wanted to see what it would look like in being bigger, so I ended up using the velvet yarn. You guys know how I like doing that. I have a lot of fun doing that, going from the small all the way up to the big like that, using, different yarn. And this one, as soon as I seen it, I knew I was going to be making it because I have a shelf in the playroom, and there's only one thing sitting on there, and there's a little ladybug, and I cannot remember who the designer is. I think it's Theresa's Crochet, or I follow her on Instagram. And but anyway, it's a little bitty ladybug. Matter of fact, I'll go get it. Hold on a minute. Okay, here it is. I'll put a link down below where you can check it out. It's a paid for pattern, and it's setting up on the shelf, and I can't remember. I know the designer's name is Theresa, but I think I made this last year. But this is the only thing on that shelf, and I'm thinking it's a hexagon shape, if I remember right. And I've been wanting to make some little amies to put up there with it, like little critters and stuff. So to keep her company. But anyway, I think she's so cute. I made this one out of mainstay black, mainstay red, and then that's a little bit of mainstay white. And then if I remember right, I think I just hot glued the little spots on because they were so tiny. But she's got the cutest patterns too, and I follow her on Instagram. And but anyway, so with that being said, Olive came out with this one, and I don't remember when, but when she did, I knew I was going to be making it, and here it is. It's a snail. Isn't it cute? Oh my goodness. And it's so little, and it fits perfect up there with the little ladybug. So I want to see if I wrote down the colors that I use. Now I know this was a scrap ball of something that I had, and it might have been from Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. Might be called taupe. I'm not sure. And then I used some, what are these, 6mm eyes. And then this is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. And let's see if I wrote down sage, I believe it's I love this yarn print in its colorway sage, because sage advise, I believe is what that says, and I thought that would make a pretty shell color. So I just think he's so sweet, and I used a 3.5mm hook. So whenever I made this one, I wanted to go ahead and make me a bigger one out of the velvet yarn, and I think it turned out so cute. And here it is. I had a lot of fun making this one too. Look at the difference here. Quite a bit. So anyway, I ended up using the mainstay, I think, is this called Brown Stone? And then this is the Hobby Lobby, I wrote it down because I just seen it. Yarn Bee Velvety Smooth Colorway Olive. I thought it would make a pretty snail, because I thought I wanted it to look like it had moss on it. That's why I did the green on this one too. And did his little tips of his antennas with the green on there too. And then I put up just a little bit of pink right there for his cheeks. And then his safety eyes, I believe I used a size 15mm. And I used a 6.5mm hook on this one. So I just had a scrap ball of this velvet yarn. And this was a scrap ball because I had made, what was it, that frog? But I just think they're so cute. Oh my goodness. So this will be sitting in the playroom too. Alright, so that was the first that I made. Now the next one she came out with a couple of weeks ago, and it is a succulent. Now I wanted to put this one up there on that shelf along with the critters too. Gotta have a plant up there. Now this is colorway terracotta, and it was in that Dollar Tree, just Premier yarn, I believe. And then this was Mainstay Brown, and this is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, and it is one of my favorite colors. Let's see, I know I wrote it down. Key Lime. I like making the Grinch out of that color. And then I gave him his little safety eyes, and I think I used like maybe size 8 and gave it a little smile. And I love how this turned out like that. Oh, I got a caterpillar crawling on my leg here. Oh, he's stuck to the towel now. But anyway, I just think it's so cute. And I used a 3.5mm hook too on this one. You can use up a lot of scraps making this. So cute. Now on this one, you put cardboard on the bottom of it. So that way it can stand up. So this will be sitting on the shelf too. And then the next one, I believe she came out with this one last week, I think. So gotta have a watering can. Oh my goodness, isn't it cute? Gotta have you a watering can to water your succulent. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I ended up using a scrap ball, and I think this was like a Mainstay gray that they had at Walmart, and I think they discontinued it. And then that's just a scrap ball of blue I had, and a Mainstay black. And then the safety eyes, I think, are a size 10 or a 12. She tells you on her patterns what size she recommends. Now she uses a size 4 hook, but I use my 3.5. And I like how you got the yarn coming out the end here to make it look like it's got water coming out. It'd be cool now to make another one of these and have a flower coming out of the center of it. So I just love her patterns so much. They're just so, so cute. Now this will be sitting on the shelf too, next to the succulent. And then I had to make this one, which she came out with this one, I don't remember, last year I think. And I had to have it because this one is going to go on the very top, because you got to have this for your flowers. You got to have the sun. And of course, after it rains, there's going to be a rainbow, and then you got your cloud. Oh my goodness, I love this so, so much. And I just think it's so pretty. And this will be sitting on the very, very top of the shelf. And so, now whenever I was making the sun, you know, I was putting the yarn in there to make the rays and everything, but my rays end up fraying. So he's got a wild ray there going on. But I still think it's turned out really cute. They started fraying, so I just went through there with my needle and just started undoing them all just to give it that same look. So, but anyway, I end up using, I think this is that Red Heart Super Saver colorway saffron, and then all the others are just some scrap balls that I had of red and orange, and then the yellow, and that key lime, and then this is a Mainstay blue, and this is Red Heart Super Saver violet, I do believe, and then a pink, and this is Mainstay white, and then got the little safety eyes in there. I think these were 15s, and I used 8s on these down here and gave it a little smile. So cute. Oh my goodness. And I just loved how it worked up. So this will be up on the very top, and then I'll have the little, if I can remember, I'll take a picture and show you what it looks like. There we go. Finally caught the little guy. I'll show you what it looks like. So, and there, I gotta make a couple of more. I want to make me a butterfly. I gotta have a butterfly up there. And speaking of hooks, I have never ever broke a hook, but I broke my first one the other night. As a matter of fact, I was working on this one right here, because you got to make 2 of these, and then you're going to crochet them together. Well, I was working on the second one, and I kept noticing, it was my clover hook, I kept noticing that it was bending. I got to show you how desperate I got now. It kept bending, and I kept thinking, why is this thing bending on me? What is wrong with this? And so I just kept bending it back, and finally I got to look, and I stopped, and I got to looking at it, and I pulled on it, and it came out, and so it broke. And I have never ever broke a hook. And hubby was like, because I was like, I cannot believe that. And he's like, what's going on? And I said, I broke my very first hook. And so I was very disappointed, because this is my favorite one to use when I make my Amis. This is 3.5. And so I was kind of getting desperate. I'd put it back in there, and I'd try to work it, and then I tried to hold it like this whenever I was using it. And I like my clovers because it's cushiony for me, because the metal absolutely hurts my hands, because I do it really super tight. And so I ended up taking it out. I had my hubby go, there was a metal end down here, and I said, would you go cut the tip of that off for me, because I want to see what I can do. And so he goes and he cuts it out, and he pulls out the other piece of metal. And then when I slid this back in there, it still wouldn't fit right, because you got to have that other piece of metal to keep it from doing anything. Well, I got to thinking, I thought, well, I have a boy hook in there. I'm going to try to use it, and Susan Bates. And I think if I remember right, I like using the Susan Bates hook better than I do the boy hook. Well, then it hit me. I got to thinking, oh yeah, I remember when I first started learning how to crochet, I started off with the boy hook. Then I switched over to the Susan Bates hook. Well, his dad had a toolbox, and Stephen was going through it one day, and in that toolbox was part of a crochet hook. And of course he was like, wonder what in the world Dad's doing with a crochet hook in here, but it was broke on the end. And so I said, I don't know, but give it to me. And so I took it, and I went in the house, and I started using it, and it was a Susan Bates. And it worked up so much better than the other Susan Bates I had. I don't know if it's just because it was older or something. I don't know. But it says it's got a 5 on it. And it says size R, and it's got an F. And it says USA. And it's got Susan Bates on it. But it's broke. So I took it the other night. And I took the rubber, that rubber part of this one that was a clover. And I shoved it in there. And it fit snug, where this one wasn't fitting snug anymore because the other piece of metal was gone. And so I shoved it in there, and I started using it, and I finished my amigurumi with this right here. That shows you how desperate I was, but I was able to shove it in there just enough to where that cushion was helping me, where it wasn't hurting my hand. But I'm going to tell you something. That hook right there, I absolutely love this hook. And like I said, I don't know where he found it, because his daddy's passed away, but I sure would love to know where he came up with this hook. But I used it a lot whenever I was learning how to crochet, even with it being broken, because it's broke. I think about that much of it's broke, and it made a difference. But now that it's in there, I can use it. And I finished that one, but I ended up ordering me a new clover hook, and I just got it today. So, but this is my go-to hook now if I break another one. I can't believe I broke one. Have you guys ever broke a hook like that? I don't know why it broke. News to me. But anyway, all right, I guess I'm going to hop off here, and I'll put links down below where you can go check out Olive's patterns. Like I said, I absolutely love her patterns. They're all super easy. If you have any kind of troubles or anything like that, she's there to help you out. And you know, like I said, you can get them free on her blog, or you can purchase the PDF download. So anyhow, all right, well, I guess I'm going to hop off here. I've been rambling long enough, and I think I'm going to hop off here, and I'm going to go, I think I'm going to mow the yard. It needs it again. Get my laundry in first. I've been hanging out my laundry. I love hanging it out in the summertime. Winter time, you can't really. I have before, though, back in the day when I was a kid. When we first moved from where we were at the first time we moved to the mountains, my dad had built a log house off of the trees there on the property. And I've actually got pictures. I can show you guys what it looks like. And we had no running water, no electricity. And we had to you know, my mom would cook off of a wood burning cook stove, and that was some of the best food ever off those old wood burning cook stoves. And whenever we'd have to take a bath, we had a metal watering trough, horse trough, cattle trough, whatever you want to call it. I got caterpillars crawling all over me here. But we would heat that water up on that wood burning cook stove, and in the summertime we'd go to the creek and take a bath. But in the wintertime we didn't have no dryer, and so we would hang that laundry up on those days when it was sunny. And there was times when there was snow on the ground, but we'd still hang that laundry out, or we'd be hanging them next to that wood burning cook stove. Lots and lots of memories there. But yeah, I know how to rough it, so learned a lot growing up as a kid. I used to fish. I lived next to the lake. Learned how to fish, and that's one of my very favorite, besides crocheting, is fishing. I mean, I wish I had a lake right here. I'd be in it. I'd be on it right now if I had one. And so I've learned a lot in my life. I can survive, I would say. I don't know about my hubby though. I think he might struggle a little bit. Don't tell him I said that. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off of here, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will be chatting to you guys real soon.